All right, so we have 1/3 of Wong Fu right here. The other guys are here, or one is the guy?
One other is here.
Okay.
We are splitting apart to dominate the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No. Is it where when you guys are together you have superpowers, but then when you kind of go your own way, like you're weaker until you like reconnect?
We actually get stronger when we're separate.
Okay.
And then when we're together, I actually can't speak about that because you might just implode. If
Right.
you,
Wong Fu secrets. I mean, I know you can't divulge everything. When did you first meet Dan?
Wow. Okay. I met Dan through. It was over 7 years ago. No, wait. At least 5 years ago. More than that.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with years and numbers. It's been a long time, a very long time, yeah.
And what, seeing this tonight, I mean, obviously you've been around Dan and stuff, but when you finally saw this film and stuff, what did you learn about Dan that you might have not known before seeing it?
I always knew Dan was a very positive, he has such a good outlook on life, and it's very generic, but he really does think of everyone else before himself, and you know, anything you ask of him, he'll say absolutely, he can do it, you know, or he'll try his best. So the only surprise was really seeing like, I guess a more sensitive side to him, which I hadn't really. He had always been very, on stage he's super confident. In person, in real life, he's a little more mellow. But seeing him kind of open up to his family and share his whole, like he said, the biggest moment of his life with the world, just including us in that journey was, I mean, I felt it. I felt the feels were strong.
Was it crazy seeing another Dan, because he has a twin brother? Was it crazy seeing like another Dan up there who was not the Dan you know?
Yeah, Dan's brother, we actually met him when we were at the San Diego Asian Film Festival, because he was there for that. And I remember walking up to him thinking that's Dan's brother, like the other Dan, Korean Dan. And he's super cool.
Korean Dan. That's a good name for him. You are Korean Dan.
Yeah, that's what Dan calls him.
Yeah.
But it was weird seeing him on screen, and his English is really good. It's just crazy how similar they are.
Yeah.
I think that was really portrayed really well in the film, and seeing kind of how they reflect each other. But I mean, I have a brother, so I'm really happy for Dan that he kind of can share that relationship now too.
If you found out you had a twin brother on like a different side of the world, what would be like the first thing you would want to do with him?
Make a documentary.
Absolutely, right?
I guess besides the obvious stuff, I don't know. Even that, just thinking about it is so heavy. But just share stories. I'd want to see if he was a evil twin brother, because you don't want one of those, you know. I think we just sit down and catch up for hours, if anything.
And then lastly, it's 2014. What do you guys like? What is Wong Fu kind of deciding that you guys are really taking on this year?
Well, the feature film, which we keep telling you about, but it's still happening. We're actually going to launch a Indiegogo campaign next week. So that's still in pre-production. But actually, the last few weeks we've been stockpiling on YouTube content, so sketches, so that while we're making the feature, people won't think we disappeared. Yeah.
Not doing anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. To take us out, just what do you want to say to Dan?
Dan, Wong Fu Productions loves you. I couldn't be happier for you, and you're just a really good person, and I hope you're gonna go really far in life. I don't hope that. I know you are, and hopefully we'll do that together.